Cole, just wanted to catch up with you after getting into your first game in the last 7 after dealing with a bit of an injury. Obviously, a little tough to step back into the lineup sometimes, but how did you feel out there for game number 1?
Yeah, obviously nice to play again. Felt like quite a while there, so obviously a lot of fun and definitely a better time when we were able to win.
How frustrating can it be when you've got kind of a nagging injury that just you can't quite shake?
Yeah, exactly. Just nice to sort of be able to give it time. And then the staff was super helpful, just sort of helping me through with it, the medical guys and everything. So we just sort of took it day by day, and it's nice to finally be back, yeah.
What were you able to see from the team during your time off? I mean, you get to watch the game from a bit of a different perspective. Obviously, you'd rather be playing, but an opportunity to kind of take it in. So what did you see from the club during that time?
Yeah, I think even just over the course of those games, I think the team's gotten so much better. I think obviously Abbotsford, we had a tough start and we were able to bounce back, and then to be able to string it together with another win here in Calgary the other day, I think that's something that they've been talking about and we've been working on for sure, is just being a bit more consistent, and I think that's starting to come along.
Yeah, it seems like out of the last 7 games, you've kind of had 6 or so where the team's really liked its effort. So, I mean, as you know, at this level, consistency can be tough to find. So how much of an advantage is it when you know you can rely on your team to come out with the same effort every night?
Yeah, like you just said, the effort has to be there because the other teams are just too good in the league. You take a night off, it happens pretty fast. It can end up in the back of your net. So you got to be ready every single night, and that's something that we're learning here now.
This Calgary team that you're up against was one of the hottest, still is one of the hottest teams in the league, and you were able to pick up a 4-1 win against them. What did it take to pick up that win on Tuesday?
Yeah, like you said, I think the start was way better, which was something that we talked about as well, just especially being on the road, not starting from behind. We ended up giving up the first one, but a really good answer. The power play did a huge job stepping up for us, and then just keeping it moving from there.
For yourself, I mean, you were lined up with a couple of youngsters in Brad Lambert and Wyatt Bongiovanni. Is it kind of weird to all of a sudden be kind of the veteran guy that is lining up with the young guys rather than the other way around?
A little bit. Then obviously last game, that was my first one in a while too, so maybe I was the young guy in that sense. They were helping me out a little bit, but no, obviously it's fun playing with those guys. Obviously 2 guys that can fly around, so just trying to be in the right spot for them.
And as you get that first game under your belts, I mean, what do you look towards? Like, how do you build your game kind of coming off an injury?
Yeah, I think maybe the first one, you're obviously still want to keep it simple, but in that first one, I think it's very just making sure you're in the right spots, making that first pass, and then I think as you get a bit more comfortable playing games again, there are things you can work on. I would say more so offensively. Defensively, I think you want to keep everything simple in your own end, make sure you can get pucks out of there, and then as you get more comfortable, I think more stuff comes as far as making plays with the puck, so that's something to work on.
It's kind of a little dash to the holidays here. You'll be playing a bunch of games and not a whole lot of time. So as you rip through this segment, especially playing so many road games, how important is it for the team to kind of stay fresh and keep those shifts short?
Yeah, it's huge. It's a lot of games coming up here. And I think we still have 5 left before Christmas break. With a bunch of travel there in between, we got to get out of here, back to Winnipeg, back to Iowa. So try not to look too far ahead. We want to finish this trip out strong, and then, yeah, like you said, not a lot of time for Christmas movies. We got a lot of games coming up.
Well, and for yourself, as you hit that Christmas break, I mean, obviously the focus is on those games coming up, but any big plans for the break?
Nothing too crazy. I think similar to a lot of guys, just it's nice to just do a little bit of a reset, be able to see some friends and family again. I think it goes a long way, just mentally, like you said, so many games coming up here, so you got to be pretty focused. It's nice to take a step back, even if it's just for a day or two, and then looking forward to jumping back in after Christmas break.